Hello, this is our evolution project over the beluga whale.
Wheel of Trivia! We will share beluga whale fun facts and ask some trivia questions along the way. Beware, because your name is on the wheel.
Here is a drawing of our final evolved beluga whales. Here we have the present day drawing of a beluga whale. Then we have a drawing of our 1 million beluga whale evolved. We have the extinct beluga whale, and we have here the 10 million beluga whale evolved, and we have a blue 10 million year evolved beluga whale.
And we will explain the changes in the following slides.
These are the pictures of a beluga whale fossil. The fluke of a beluga whale and the tail of the crocodile are analogous structures. They both help the species swim, but beluga whales and crocodiles do not have a common ancestor.
Here are some of the beluga whale pressures: pollution, food limitations, climate change, and ocean noise, which are all caused by humans, and predation and stranding. With these pressures, it's hard for them to maintain genetic equilibrium because they trigger natural selection. And for beluga whales, the Hardy-Weinberg principle will unlikely equal 1. And so the 1 million year changes are thinner blubber due to climate change, larger melons, tougher and thicker stomach walls, and filtered blowholes. And these 1 million year changes are good examples of punctuated equilibrium because they are rapid changes. The reason they're rapid is because they're all due to human pressures, which are growing rapidly. Take it away, Michael.
The first change in the beluga whales would be thinner blubber. Beluga whales develop thinner blubber over time due to climate change. Climate change causes ocean temperatures to rise. Because beluga whales are used to cold environments, 40% of their bodies are made of blubber. Beluga whales have developed thinner blubber to prevent overheating in their bodies, resulting in a higher fitness. And our second change would be larger melons. With dominating human noise, underwater noise can disrupt mating patterns and the overall behavior of beluga whales. They would have to develop larger melons in order to perform stronger echolocation. Small melons in the future may become vestigial organs because they would not be able to function with the dominating noise levels. With selective breeding, humans can help beluga whale populations from becoming extinct by inbreeding the larger melon whales. The third change would be a tougher or thicker stomach wall. Many animals are dying due to ingested trash as pollution increases. The trash that enters their stomachs can tear or puncture the inner walls of the stomach. To counter this, beluga whales could develop stronger stomach walls or even more powerful digestive enzymes, allowing the ingested pollution to be broken down much faster. This will resemble the strong digestive systems of great white sharks. Because beluga whales and great white sharks share a common trait, digestive enzymes, but they are unrelated, this would be an example of convergent evolution. The fourth change would be the filtered blowhole. Due to the increasing levels of pollution in the oceans, trash and debris is much more likely to go through a beluga whale's blowhole and infiltrate its lungs. This can cause major breathing problems, including a torn lung. To counter this, the beluga whale could develop a filter in its blowhole. The adaptation will prevent trash from entering their respiratory system.
That's right. And all these changes occur in 1 million years. Wheel of Trivia!
What do you think is inside the melon of a beluga whale?
The students will answer this in the live presentation. The 10 million year changes. All these 10 million year changes are due to predation, which is less of a threat, while the 1 million year changes are due to human activity. Therefore, these 10 million year adaptations follow gradualism, which is a slow and steady process because predation is less of a threat.
The fifth change is longer beaks. Beluga whales would develop long beaks in order to feed themselves as much as possible, but not only will this be its purpose, it will also help to accommodate the larger melons that the beluga whale is developing. Longer beaks will be used to catch as much food as possible. Recall that beluga whales are developing larger melons. In order for the melons to stay in the correct position and not get in their ways, longer beaks will be developed.
Yep.
The sixth change, sharper teeth. Because beluga whales are like little marshmallows of the sea, they will have trouble catching fish and defending predators. Beluga whales are likely to evolve sharper teeth to adapt better in their environment with predators and to catch more fish due to humans overfishing.
The seventh explanation is larger and spiked flukes. In addition to teeth, beluga whales have to develop larger and spiked flukes to better defend themselves. Because the beluga whales are developing, the predators will probably do the same, which is an example of coevolution. Teeth might not be enough defense, so their flukes will adapt to become a weapon.
The eighth change, longer pointed flippers. Along with the large and spiked flukes, long pointed flippers will develop. This will help beluga whales avoid or escape their predators that are at hunt. These flippers could eventually become homologous structures to its ancestors' flippers. Embryology can also provide evidence that the flippers have changed over time.
The ninth explanation is light blue skin. So because beluga whales are pure white in color, it makes them easy to be spotted by predators. Mutations may bring in blue skin, and natural selection will select this blue skin because it helps beluga whales camouflage in the water. The 10th explanation is larger eyes. Beluga whales have good eyesight, but because they grow larger melons in the 1 million time period, the melons may block their eyesight. So, they'll develop larger eyes. Over time, sexual selection can also play a role, and beluga whales may only select mates with larger eyes.
Fun fact, beluga whales can move their melons when echolocating. This can help them direct sounds or communication to a specific direction.
Now for the single gene and polygenic traits. Our first single gene trait is its skin color. Skin color is a single gene trait because beluga whales can either be white or blue. Originally, the white alleles were dominant. Due to predation, beluga whales adapted blue skin to camouflage. Blue beluga whales survive longer than white beluga whales, so the allele frequency is 75% blue skin allele and 25% white skin allele, even if blue alleles were originally recessive.
Another polygenic trait is the melon size. Melon size of a beluga whale is a polygenic trait because there is a wide range of melon sizes. Due to human activity, loud noises, ocean drilling, beluga whales have trouble echolocating. Beluga whales with larger melons have a greater chance of survival and communication. Directional selection occurs because larger melons are favored.
And so, for baby beluga whale skin color, disruptive selectors add time to mate, resulting in temporal isolation. This can lead to a population decrease, as less beluga whales will not be able to decide the correct mating times.
Fun fact, beluga whales are closely related to the narwhal. They are only two members of the Monodontidae family. Through descent with modification, they could have become different species through genetic drift, with mechanisms like the bottleneck effect and founder effect.
Here are sources listed.
Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.